Okay, I just gotta say this, guys. Whoever your sound developer is, he needs a raise. In a game called Das Tal right now, which is an up-and-coming PvP MMO sandbox. WASD movement. The cursor over here is where your skills will land. Here's my user interface, obviously, my health, my energy, determination. The sound effects are obviously, you know, alpha sound effects, okay? So don't go crazy over that. Now I've been doing some research on your game and color me intrigued. I mean, I don't know if all of you know, or I know one of your peers knows. I was playing Albion Online not too long ago, and the one question that I have is the server restart situation. I've never played a game where the server restarts. Can you guys elaborate on that? Like, I mean, you know, do you lose the progression on your character as well when the server restarts, or is it just a fresh new world, or is it something that possibly you can't even talk about right now?
We can talk about it. Basically, everything is wiped, so you will lose your character, level, everything, all items, things like that. It is basically like starting a brand new game. But we do want to have some persistence over the server so that people don't feel like they're losing everything. So things like titles, and there'll be a leaderboard and things like that. So there will be some sort of progress, and we're thinking of other ways that we can do that. But yes, when new worlds are started, people start fresh and they're all on an even playing field, and then level up a new character.
Okay. Well, you know, because I was concerned. I mean, I like to, you know, kind of keep the things I earn, but it sounds like you guys have that under control in terms of, you know, giving us a bone. You know, I mean, at least some titles or maybe some other cool stuff that we can keep when the server resets. So, I mean, that sounds great. I mean, that's actually pretty cool. So I'm digging that.
Yeah.
I can
So the thing that nobody can take away from you are like basically your memories. Sounds cheesy, but that's how it is. Like,
gotcha.
The way how you're getting better at the game, the experiences you had on the server, your statistics, that stuff sticks with you. Not like the really simple pixels such as like a sword or a bow, but then all this stuff is like super easy to replace on next game world. And actually getting it is the fun part, not having it.
Okay.
Hello.
It's pretty cool. All right, so we're gonna right click.
And I just wanted to clarify with the items, like weapons and armor. When you create your character, the weapon and armor that you choose does classify what your character can wear until you retrain at a dojo. So if you choose like a staff and leather and you find a T5 scythe, you can't equip it because you've classified your character as like a staff user. You can change that when you go to a dojo. You can swap to whatever armor and weapon type you want, but while you're out in the map, you can't swap to any weapon or armor. Yeah, it has to be the same classification as what you're wearing.
Okay, that explains a lot, because I went to select a staff and then splint, but it wouldn't let me. I'm a robe wearer.
Yeah, see, that's the
Okay.
problem. That just means that people can't be like out in the middle of nowhere and come across a scythe user and be like, if I swap to my bow, I can totally counter this guy and just quickly go behind a tree and drop in whatever. Means that you have to actually, think about what you're going out equipped with.
Now,
okay, that actually answered my question too.
Yeah, I thought you would be wondering about why you couldn't drag and drop. That's why I wanted to mention that.
so regarding the server wipes, any ideas to how often, like how frequent that'll be, time period wise, or?
So we're currently not sure what the best time is gonna be. So it's not gonna be that we're gonna at some point pull out the wipe plug. So it's gonna be that we start a server and that server has a specific lifetime, and you'll know that from the beginning. It's most likely something between 2 weeks and 2 months, I would say. Like a month is what I expect right now. So you know this server is gonna run for exactly 30 days, and then I'll have a winner, and then we'll have a loser. And some people will make it out of the valley as the winners, and the others won't. And then I will be able to start a new server with new rules, with new enemies, new features, and so on. But it's always very clear when it happens.
Oh, okay. So you may not make it out of the server then.
Yes, that does, like, at least not as the winner. It's really hard about how we want to do final end event, and it is quite likely that it's gonna be like a mixture of like a NPC apocalypse coming into the valley, trying to like kill everybody, and it's actually gonna be a mix of like PvE and PvP that is basically last man standing. So at some point people will not respawn anymore, and you might be the last person out of like 2,000 people standing, and it definitely will give you like a boost in winning that server in the end.
Well,
they are horrible, but they tell you that stuff happens.
Yeah, that's true. You know, I mean, I have to say this is a very refreshing look at MMOs. You know, I'm sure you guys are aware that there's another MMO that's doing something similar with their server sets. I believe you guys actually well, it was either you or them, Crowfall. You guys actually spoke about it, about, you know, revolutionizing the MMO genre, you know, with this kind of rule set. And I'm a long time MMO player. You know, it's my passion. So at first I was a little scared of the server wiping, but I see how it really allows you guys to take the gloves off and get really creative with, you know, the content that you generate. So I mean, I know I'm looking forward to it.
So the Crowfall guys actually are way better than we are at explaining why this system is awesome. Like, I think they made a post about like why this makes sense. They had like a board game analogy and everything. And the one thing they said is like they are doing this because they learned this from a game back then called Shadowbane. I don't know who remembers that, but I do, because I spent about most of my adolescence playing it. And Shadowbane was a game that was like awesome, best PvP sandbox ever, and a lot of the stuff that we do is inspired by that. And the one thing that it had a lot of like server wipes, not because that was intended, but because they had to wipe servers for them to like, because they got too small and they had to like, I don't know, close down 10 servers and open 4 new ones and stuff like that. And so there was also long alpha period.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of server wipes, and the thing we figured out, long story short, is that actually the best times we had in that game always were when a server died and a new server started up, because that meant everybody got to play, like, to start from scratch again. Everybody could make a new character. You had the chance to get like that awesome city again that you couldn't get in the last server. You knew new people were gonna join up. You knew there was gonna be a patch with like new features and like new balancing. And so this is what we want to recreate. We want to recreate this feeling like once a month that, wow, this is basically a new game. This is a new world for me to explore. Because the other thing that happens is that MMOs do, at least for me, tend to get pretty boring at some point, where you've played the same game with the same people against the same people for about 12 months and not a lot is happening, not a lot is changing. So that's why the server wipes.
Well, it's
things.
And the other part of it too that's interesting is, I mean, you know, I'm rarely consider, I don't consider myself a hardcore gamer in any aspect. I mean, I'm a casual and I'm proud of it. I play MMOs to have a good time. It's nice to know that, you know, if I go away for a week or two and I come back to the game, yes, I might be a little bit behind the rest of the server in terms of progression, but I'll have an opportunity to catch up to everybody when the server, you know, comes clean again.
Exactly.
But I do have to, I again agree with your previous statement, and I would love to see as much as you guys can put out there in terms of some type of permanent progression, like you said, whether it's a title to kind of showcase, you know, your battle prowess in the last server or something like that. That would be, you know, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. It would be a, because I do think that there will be some people who are afraid of the server wiping system because it's so new.
Yeah.
But if
that will definitely be in.
Yeah, like, that's gonna be great. That's gonna be great. Now, are there levels in this game? I mean, will you actually achieve a level at any time, or?
Yes, if you press O, you'll see that you have a statistics window, and it'll show you your current level. But right now there's no like nice level up animation or something. Like the way I see it on your character is that you currently have like, you're probably like level 2 or level 3, because as the server progresses you automatically gain some XP, and that already gives you like a level up or 2 for free. Let's see what the stream is a little bit delayed, so it takes a while. It's the like, yeah, the stats window there, the one with like the heart and stuff.
It's not letting me click it, actually.
I had fun just like getting killed.
Maybe it's broken.
I enjoyed it.
There's a good chance that the stats window is right now broken and you actually have to fix it via relogging. Because that has been reported before and it's not fixed yet. But basically it's like,
what's up,
it's like
Delectus?
very simple. Like you have a level and the level mostly defines how many skill points you have. So you get skill points per level and it's on like diminishing returns. So like the first level ups give you more skill points than the later level ups. And these skill points are then what you can spend on acquiring new skills and improving the current ones that you have.
Now the movement feels a little choppy and laggy. I don't know if that's been spoke. I don't know if you guys know about that. I'm assuming that'll be fleshed out. It'll be a lot smoother.
Yeah, that's on our list for this month actually. So
That's
I said
fantastic.
this month is our polishing month.
Oh, you're the leader of Black
We
Lotus.
intend to tweak a couple things that make that.
Thank you,
choppy,
Delectus. Thank you, buddy.
because it's mostly like a
I don't know what I'm doing, buddy.
client server thingy that
Well,
we
you
intend
know.
to tweak.
Or one very easy word, alpha. Alpha.
Also that. Also
So I
the-
totally
yes.
understand.
So
Last
is
2
level-
months have been us pushing for new features and totally neglecting fixing bugs, fixing performance and all that stuff, and that's what we're gonna fix this month. The cool thing about you going away for like 3 days is that in our game it is not possible for you to like gain unlimited amounts of XP per day. So the XP you can gain up to any point at the server's lifetime is capped. So this is also an effect in the game already. So if you press O, you'll see that there's a global XP cap. So if you miss out on 3 days, you're not gonna be like level 1, whereas everybody's like level 500. The other people are like, I don't know, whatever, gonna be level 6 or so. And it will be pretty easy for you to catch up with them because they just can't spend 24 hours a day farming.
That's right. That's something I didn't realize. There is a daily XP cap, isn't there?
Exactly. And there's also multiple sources of XP, and one of the sources we talked about before is item XP or essence XP or whatever name we're going to give it later. And that stuff actually is tradable. So that means the people in your clan that you hopefully have that have played for those 3 days can just drop a huge load of maybe Black Lotus, maybe Black Sheep. Like Black Sheep actually seems to have more of the stuff right now. Sorry. So they might actually just like hand you over that XP you need to like gain half of those levels you just skipped in those 3 days, and bam, you're very much in the game. And that's basically like the philosophy of the game is that like we're not going to force you to grind, and even if you only have like a little time to play, you shouldn't spend that time just grinding away. You should spend that time having fun PvP. So your clan gives you some XP, and then you go out, you enjoy the PvP part of the game, you level up a little bit through that, and you're good.
Okay, now if I may, I have a question from one of my viewers. They're wondering if you're concerned about cheating being an issue when the whole game is written in managed code. Now, I have no idea what he's talking about, so... I don't even understand that.
So I'm not the programmer of the game, I'm just the designer. Therefore, I'm not going to talk about C# and its merits or shortcomings. That's basically the thing. Like, I'm not really qualified for that at all.
But
the one thing I can say is that
no
like,
more. I understand. No, I know you guys all have your areas of expertise, and that's not a problem. I can ask that down the line. Now, another question is, Doc, can you ask whether the cap, I'm assuming the XP cap, is a cap that limits the XP each day, or the maximum level that can be gained? Since if it's an XP system, then if you start on day 3, you will always be behind.
No, it's exactly the other thing. So basically, at every day, there will be a maximum level you can have at that day. So it's not that if you log in for a day, you'll lose a day of leveling. It's just on day 3, you can be level 3. On day 4, you can be level 4. And then on day 5, you can be level 5. And if you start playing at day 5, then you can get those first 5 levels in a day if you want, no problem.
Okay, gotcha. Now, okay, so what would you recommend for someone like me? I'm logged in for the first time. I'm hiding in a bush next to a friend. Now, I saw some NPC mobs that we can kill and get some stuff from. Is there resource gathering in this game in terms of, I don't know, resource gathering?
Clicking trees, clicking rocks. There currently isn't. And I don't want to put the standard, well, you stand next to a tree, you click to a tree, you get 50 wood thing into the game, because that is really, really fucking boring. Like in every game I've had that in before. So what we want to do is we want to focus more on this like small scale PvP fights around zones that will generate resources for you. So right now we have these free resource spawns that they're like intended for like groups of like 10 people or so. There's gonna be like very common like resource spawns on the map. For example, one case could be a patrol of your captors like patrolling through the game world, and you can basically raid them and take away their resources. But this is something that's going to be visible for all players in the vicinity. It's going to be visible on the map, so you probably will have to fight other players to basically be able to raid those resources and take them home.
Okay, now I just stumbled upon what looks like one of those things here.
Yes.
I don't know if you're watching the stream, but
I do.
Okay. So this, so they're guarding this right now to make sure that we can't take this. Is that right?
I can't really say. I think it's currently not active. So
oh, it says locked for 70 minutes.
Exactly. So the way this works is that these bigger resource zones are only attackable for a certain time zone every day. Right now, this is set to a like crazy thing like once every hour. Later on, that's going to be way less than that. So only at the specific time you can actually go there. You fight. It might take an hour, and then someone actually captures this thingy. And then at a later point, they can come back and they can take those resources out and bring them home to the settlement, is how it works. So first you'll have a fight on who controls the thingy and who can loot, and then you'll have a fight about who actually manages to bring those resources home.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting. And eventually I take it there'll be a world map where you can see all of these resource points and
yes,
and see who owns it and who's holding it and things like that.
And when the next one is gonna go live, and what's the next big fight that's probably gonna go on exactly. So if anyone ever played Shadowbane and you remember their mine system, it's gonna be quite similar to that, I would say.
Okay, now regarding the territory capture itself, so when you capture a territory, you then have access to a certain amount of materials, is that correct?
Basically, it will spawn over time, and once you have the loot, when you capture a thing, you have a loot window, you can start taking it out, and it will continually grow a little bit, and you can take some more out.
Ah, okay.
And you will have to take those resources out, well, every day, I guess, else it just won't stack up anymore. So once the resource camp is full, they will stop producing. So it will always be important that you take that stuff and get it out to your city, which allows for other people to, well, raid you and take it away from you at that point.
Okay, so now we're talking about, you mentioned cities. So in addition to the resource nodes that we can capture, guilds will be able to build cities?
Yes, so if you walk a little bit to the south from where you are right now, I think you're going to walk up on the first player settlement on this server. So we call them settlements, not cities, because they're most likely going to be a little smaller. And these are basically clan-owned places. Once they have their full set of walls, will protect you against people who randomly come in and want to hit you in the face. They'll have doors. Well, we actually have doors, they're just not built yet here. That will allow your guys to get in and others to not. They will provide training facilities where you can change your skill set, where you can get new skills and improve your skills. They provide crafting facilities where you obviously make new equipment.
Bastard!
Storage.
Sergeant, sorry about that. Thank you for that sub.
Will also be the safe respawn point for your clan.
Ah, very cool. Okay. So I take it this is where I am right now, in their city? Is this their settlement or no?
This is their settlement, I think. So this building you've run past at the first thing with the cloth staff, this is the dojo. Northwest of the tree. It's a dojo building, and this is where you can train.
So I got lucky when I built it? Because
yes, you picked the right one.
Nice.
There's also a crafting building there, the workshop, but that's pretty nice you want to build. So yeah, in order to train here, you'd probably have to leave your clan. You do that in the clan menu in the escape menu bar. and then they can send you an invite, and then you can start using the building as you would like with F.
Okay, and I'm assuming eventually another clan would be able to come in here and siege this city?
Exactly. So that's why there's walls around the thing. So if you like go around the city, you'll notice that they already started building up walls. And they can also build gates and all, and that's going to be needed to repel sieges.
Oh, let me look. I'm looking around now. I'll probably end up getting killed by one of them, but...
They built some walls in the northeast, I think.
Northeast? Okay, let me go check that out real quick.
I already saw them on your stream a little bit, next to like the cornfield.
Let's see.
So these like dirt things are basically like places where walls can build right now. Eventually we're dreaming of a system where you can freely place like wall pieces and buildings and stuff, but for the first version of the game you build them where we decide that there's spots for them, and these are these ruins.
Okay, gotcha. And I guess this line that I'm traversing right now, this would be where you could put the walls down as well, right? These.
Exactly.
Okay, alright, so to form a perimeter.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right now, actually, you could like encircle your whole city in walls, and you wouldn't have to build a door. That's what we figured out in the last alpha test. So we still have to make a rule for that, because that's like a pretty crappy city where nobody can get in and out. But yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, he doesn't want me in the city. I'm out. I'm leaving, dude. I'm leaving. I'm leaving, dude. I'm leaving. I'm freaking leaving, bro. I'm freaking leaving, dude. Oh, shit. Oh, dude, I'm leaving.
So,
I'm fucking leaving.
My current gear right now.
Fuck you in your city. Fuck you.
In your inventory.
Now, where would you say you guys are in terms of your in terms of the look of the game? How far along would you say? I mean, how much more improvement can we expect graphically? I'm not unhappy with the way the game looks now, to be honest. I'm just curious as to how much more you guys are wanting to put in.
We do want to put a lot more in. So the basic art style is done. So the way like the characters versus environment, that stuff is kind of done, but all of it is like very unpolished. So this map has been really badly hacked together by me, who's not a proper level designer, out of a handful of assets. There should be way more of these assets. We have like 4 character animations, and there should be 400 of them. We have like 15 spell effects, and there should be 300 of them. We have like 0 sound effects, and there should be a couple hundred of them. We have like, I don't know, 10% of the weapon and armor graphics we need for the whole thing. So it's basically going to be way more and more polished. We're also right now working on like a lot of like small tweaks, like clouds flying over the thing, or like birds and like small animals. So it's going to bring some life into the world. So there's a lot of stuff that is just like super rough and basic, and it needs to be polished up a lot.
Das Tau David. So I'm gonna give you guys my early impression of the game. First of all, the fact that the game is WASD controls, massive fucking kudos. Okay, massive fucking kudos. I don't want to move around with click to move. So massive kudos. Second, the fact that every shot is a skill shot. Massive fucking kudos. So what is Das Tau? Das Tau is a PvP sandboxy MMO where everything is based around PvP. Everything. From capturing resources, such as this right now. This is Black Lotus's base, it looks like. I'm probably going to get pushed out of here, so we're going to move. I think the concept is great. Full loot PvP, capturable objectives. You know, you can build a settlement for your guild. Yeah. Oh, I'm coming to help. I'm coming to help. I'm coming to help. How do I help? Can I heal you? Is this a heal? It doesn't heal anybody. I personally think the concept is really interesting. I do. I definitely plan on following this. Absolutely. Oh, whoa. Black sheep over here. Let me stay out. Got him. Keep him there. If he comes out, I'll hit him. And he's down. Wait, who's this guy? Is he friendly? Oh, hell no. Are you kidding, bro? You trying to fuck with my dudes, bro? Oh, that's Ravion. Yeah, fuck you, Ravion. Derp squad my ass. Yeah. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Who's this? Oh. I'm Black Lotus, yo. Oh, well, the graphics are definitely, a Poba. A Poba. Yes, a Pauba. A Poba. Yes, a persistent open world battle arena. Poba. Poba. Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, man.
In a forsaken valley, incarcerated by an oppressive regime, you find new friends and defeat old rivals to break free of your chains. Das Tal. A PvP-driven sandbox MMORPG with open PvP, full loot, and limited grind. Where the players pick each server's rules, battle over crafting resources, and build and besiege player settlements. With free character development and skill-based combat. Das Tal. Public alpha available soon-ish.